I'm going to show you how neutrality in the news leads to a less informed public by quickly breaking down the story about TPUSA. The New York Times posted this 5-minute video about a controversial TPUSA chapter. This part really stuck out to me.
But Jacob's push to secure approval from the district to establish Club America at his high school has stoked a sense of anxiety in community members who see Charlie Kirk's rhetoric as racist and homophobic.
TPUSA's racism and homophobia is well documented in the public record. And if a journalist knows that, it's their duty to convey that context to the public. Years ago, Media Matters for America detailed dozens of instances of TPUSA leaders and members' use of the N-word and their ties to white nationalism. And just 2 weeks ago, the Miami Herald reported on a group chat run by the president of a TPUSA chapter, saying he wouldn't marry a Jewish person. Only whites should be allowed into the country. And that the name he'd chosen for the group chat was a reference to esoteric Nazism. So think back to that clip. The New York Times describing TPUSA's racism as just the opinion of some community members is false. It's actual verified fact that the reporter must be aware of. The public has a right to expect the journalism it relies on to give them the full picture. Pretending neutrality is a virtue is a tortured logic that legacy media employs to not look partisan. But neutrality and nonpartisanship are two different things. Neutrality leads to omission. That's a bias of its own against following the facts of a story to wherever they lead, without fear or favor. Omission in this case by the New York Times is a favor to Charlie Kirk and his legacy. I'll say it again, facts aren't partisan, and the public deserves to know all of them, especially when they're hyper-relevant to a story. Americans deserve context, truth, and transparency in every piece of reporting. For more context, check out my article, No One Understands Charlie Kirk, linked in my bio. I'm your information nutritionist, Brian, asking you, what's your media diet? Here's to healthier information.
A healthy media diet and you.